What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode. So my Patreons have been begging me to do this for quite some time because I haven't really shown any of the crocodilians or the turtles in a little while now. So I figured I'll do an episode feeding them and showing you guys their temporary housing here at the new property. Alright guys, so here, come here little buddy. We have Chomper, the Cuviersdorf caiman, everybody's favorite little caiman. So this little boy is doing really well, as you can see. My apprentice is working with him quite a bit, so he's taming him down. I don't know if he's necessarily tame enough to pet him on the face yet, but we're getting there. I told Brian he's doing really good with him, so I want him to continue to work with him as much as possible. It's actually been getting cold out here in Florida, so every night these guys are going to start coming inside when it drops below at 65 degrees. Now, it is a little cold out right now. I'm hoping these guys will all still eat, but I do need to feed them before I bring them inside tonight. Chomper food. Chomper food. Chomper food. Come on. Good boy. Chomper food. Chomper food. Here. Good boy. So he still gets 2 rat pinkies when he does get fed now, which is an upgrade from 1, which he got when we first got him. These guys are a very slow growing species, so they stay very small. He will top out at like 5 feet. That's it. They do not get big. If you guys watch Nerd's channel, Nerd has a bunch of Cuviersdorf caimans. He did not come from them, but they are the same type. Good boy. All right, so here we have Castro. Castro is our Cuban red-eared slider. This guy was illegally imported from Cuba. If you do not remember him, he was given to us by U.S. Fish and Wildlife. He was about the size of a quarter when we got him, so obviously he's doing really well. And he likes to go high diving, apparently. So I do have a little 3-day-old mouse pinky for him. He's pretty easy though. We'll just kind of leave it in there with him and he'll scrounge around and find it. But he's doing really well. He lives outside with all the turtles and crocodilians as well. What are you doing? What are you doing? So you guys know my background with alligators. For those of you guys that don't know, I was a professional alligator wrestler for 10 years and I just retired last year. Couldn't do it anymore. I still do have a special place for alligators in my heart. This, if you do not know, is Charmander. Yes, I know. So Charmander is a female American alligator. She was housed with Carnage, which you guys will meet here in a little bit if you haven't met Carnage in the past. But she just got an upgrade, so now she is living here by herself in this lovely tub. What? I know you're hungry. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You're probably really hungry. So let's see. Here, what do I have for you? So a little rat pup. Come here. Charmander food. Charmander food. Charmander food. Come on. You missed it. Charmander food. Look. Food. That was my hand. That's still my hand. Charmander. Here, look. Food. Food. Charmander. Charmander. Good girl. So I am hoping now that she is by herself, she'll start eating better. When I was keeping Carnage with her, Carnage is a very aggressive animal, likes to steal food quite a bit. So sometimes she would only get half a meal, but now that she's by herself, she'll be able to get the full nutrition of all of her meals, and I'm pretty happy about that. Left or right? My right, your left, left, right. Left first. All right, so I actually don't have a name for her. Did I ever name her? I never named her. I don't think so. So here, hello girl. Oh, I know you like the shell scratches. So here we have one of our many rescues. This big, beautiful common snapping turtle. So she was a rescue from a gentleman that had her since she was a tiny little baby. She got way too big for him to be able to handle and take care of, so she ended up here at in our care, basically. But I think she's an old girl. She's probably about 20 years old. I'm not exactly sure how long these guys live, especially in captivity, but she's doing really good. She was quite a chunker when we did get her. He was feeding her handfuls of turtle food a day. These guys aren't really meant to eat that when they're this size, but yeah, she's doing really good now, especially with a little diet. So we do have a rat for her as well. So the fact that these guys are snapping turtles, they are very, very fast in that aspect. A lot of people, I'm sure now, have seen the video of the guy petting the common snapping turtle on its stomach and it reaching up and biting him in the nose. I think that was the funniest thing, and I also know how much pain he went through getting that bite. So, let's see. I wonder if I can get her to strike out of the water. I've never tried that. Oh, you see it. Oh, you see it. Oh, you see it. And it's gone. Just like that. Well, not just like that. She's gonna take a minute to eat it, but she's awesome. Love this turtle. All right, guys, for those of you that don't know, right now I'm standing in a tub with something that could very easily take my toes off. And of course, I'm barefoot. But this is probably my favorite turtle that we have here on property. This is an alligator snapping turtle. His name is Squirtle. So he was also another rescue. Oh, you're dirty right now. You're very covered in algae. Oh, yes. Hi, buddy. I know. How are you today? You doing good? Don't bite me. Don't bite your foot either. So, again, he was also in the update of the facility a couple weeks ago, but he's doing really, really good. So he now lives in this 300-gallon tub by himself. Now, why I have that topic up, this is all temporary, guys. None of these animals are going to permanently live here in this little shack that I've built for them, the turtle and crocodilian shack. These guys are going to get a nice upgrade, hopefully within the next 6 months to a year. All their own outdoor enclosures, so you can visibly see them underwater as well as out if they are out of the water as well. So, hey Logan, what you got there, buddy? So our friend Logan is here for the weekend, and I sent him on a mission to catch tilapia for the turtles because they absolutely love tilapia, but I want to feed Squirtle a rat first so you guys can see it. So their mouths are really cool. They're like a giant pair of scissors. I've seen pictures online where people have gotten bit and it literally looks like they just stuck their hand in a giant pair of scissors. It's not necessarily pretty, but that's not really an animal you want to get bit by. So, what are you doing? Why are you standing over there like a weirdo? Get your butt over here. So, our friend's Logan here, like I was saying earlier. I sent him on a little mission to catch some tilapia. So I do like to change their diet quite a bit. We do have a big pond on property. It's stocked full of tilapia, so about once a week I go over there and I catch a bunch of tilapia. We drop them in this one and in with the other turtle as well. But we're gonna be putting some in here too, but you can't see this yet. How many did you get?
2.
Oh.
So it's really cold, and what happens with fish is when it gets really cold is they go into the deepest part of a pond because the water doesn't change temperature as much. It's a little bit warmer down there. And the cast net's not super huge, but I was able to get 2 very, very pretty blue tilapia out of there.
Well, let's throw them in there.
Are you sure?
Well, they just ate, so they're probably not going to eat for the next couple days. So I'll try again when it warms back up. But we'll throw them in there with her.
Sounds like a great plan.
Just the fish, not the water.
We've got these tilapia. Give Carnage a little bit of company. Now, this species is an invasive down here in South Florida and also in Central Florida. So this kind of works out great, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because we are getting rid of an invasive species and getting them out of the environment, for 1. And then 2, giving Carnage some naturalistic landscaping in here. We've got some fish that can swim around. Give her a little bit of enrichment, a little bit of excitement, see if she wants to try to nip at them maybe.
And enrichment is key.
Enrichment is key.
What I have here, which if you are new to the channel, this is a 750-gallon tub that I've had for quite some time. I used to have the turtles live in it together, but it was kind of a pain in the butt having both of them in there and doing water changes all the time on a 750-gallon tub. That's a lot of water. So I decided to put a lower drain on it and put Carnage in here because she is getting very big very quick. So for those of you guys that don't know, Carnage is a Nile hybrid Nile-Cuban hybrid crocodile. I've had her for about 3 years now. And the reason why her name is Carnage is because there is a face on her back, which you guys will see here in a little bit. So she is pushing about 2.5, maybe 3 feet now. When I got her, she was about under a foot. I'd say she was about 11 inches when I got her. So she has grown quite a bit.
She's made a buddy.
She's made a buddy. That fish is like, she's like hugging a fish right now. You'll see her in a second, don't worry, I promise. So the reason, again, I'm doing this is for enrichment. She can chase the fish around if she wants. The fish will also keep the water from getting too stagnant as well, so I don't have to do as many water changes. That's a motorcycle. That's the downside of filming outside. I'm also going to be getting a couple of floating aquatic plants to put in here as well to kind of help keep the water clean. So trying to stay away from doing so many water changes, and that goes with all of these tubs until we get their enclosures built, which their enclosures will actually be just on the back side of this. And then once I get those built, this whole building that we're standing in right now is coming down.
Best friends forever.
So what I'm actually going to do, another reason for putting her here in this tub is so I can try and spend more time with her, as well as getting her more used to me. I want to be able to pick her up without any problems. Picking her up out of those smaller tubs is very stressful on that animal, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually going to do something that's probably pretty stupid, but I really don't care. So I'm going to try and get in here and feed her. So I've been actually coming up here all day today, just kind of putting my face in her face, getting her used to seeing me. So I don't know how well this is going to go, but... or if she's even hungry for that matter. Carnage food. Carnage food. Carnage food. Carnage. Oh, got a fish. What? That wasn't supposed to happen.
Girl.
Carnage. Food. Carnage. Food. Good girl. So just simply, no, you're okay. Just touching her with the feeding tongs. And you know, everything's okay. So crocodilians actually love to be pet underneath their neck. I actually used to be really close to Carnage up till she was about 1.5 feet. Living at our last house. I was sitting on the couch with her watching TV. I was petting her. Everything was fine. No. She made a noise, and I looked down at her, and when I looked down at her, she actually turned and bit me in the face. Yes, that sucked horribly. So I haven't actually spent time with her really since then, but she's gotten a lot bigger now, so I have to obviously be careful. If she were to bite me at this size, she could do some serious damage. Those teeth are about 1/2 inch long, or 1/4 inch long, excuse me, 1/4 inch long, not 1/2 inch. No. Okay. No, that's the tongs. So every time she comes towards me, I'm just simply picking her head up, and that's it. And when I stand up, that's going to scare her because I'm a lot bigger than her. And my butt's all wet now because that water just rolled down my pant leg and went into my butt. And you're going to film my butt, aren't you? You're trying to film my butt. Is it all wet?
It's butt. It's wet. It's a wet butt right there.
We call that Florida swamp. So now on top of the tilapia, I also have some of these little minnow fish, or minnows, whatever you want to call them. We call them mosquito fish because they eat mosquito larvae. So here in Florida, mosquitoes are a very, very big problem. And again, because I have the big pond, it's stocked full of these guys. So I do like to take, that's a lot of them actually. So I do like to catch a couple of them every now and then and just kind of put them in here with the turtles and the crocodiles and all that fun stuff, because again, they just help eat all the mosquitoes. The problem with the common snapping turtle, she likes to eat all hers. She already, I think, got one. Look at her. She's already hunting them. Tiny little fish for a big turtle. So this is going to help keep the mosquitoes down. I don't like mosquitoes in my house, but it is what it is at this point. I really didn't want to get all the crap, but so yeah, they'll help circulate the water, they'll help keep mosquitoes down, and I cannot complain. So cool little crocodilian update for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. My butt's very cold and wet right now, so I'm gonna go shower. I'll see you guys in the next one. Big thank you to my patrons. As always, you guys are truly amazing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.